Hello everyone. I'm so glad to be back with you today. I think I was gone last week. To be honest, my last week and a half has been such a blur. I can't even tell you what's going on. But my name is Sherry Minnie. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I just celebrated my 15th year with Stampin' Up! Still love it as much as I did from day one. And I do live in the wonderful state of Colorado. So today we're going to work on a card. I recently held a Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. I do it every year, and we have a potluck. We make several hours out of it, and we had such a wonderful time. And this is one of the cards that we made at my Stamp-A-Stack. There's quite a few pieces, a little bit of work, but I love it, and I'm going to be making some of them for my own personal Christmas card this year. So let me show you what we're going to be using. We're going to be featuring the set we're using the most is the Delicate Pines bundle, and here's the stamp set, and we're using several of the snowflakes. We're using the pine bough. We're using a couple the greetings, celebrate the season, along with the matching dies. And as always, this is a bundle, and if you are at all interested, you get a 10% discount. And you can find this product on my online store at sherrymini.stampinup.net. And I will be posting doing a blog post on this card, hopefully sometime today, if my eyes hold out. And you can find that at simplylovestampin.com. The reason I'm saying that about my eyes is on Monday I had upper and lower eyelid surgery due to some vision issues. And if any of you've ever had it, it's not super painful, but boy, you look awful. And my eyes are like, they have 10 pounds of sand in each one, and all you want to do is scratch and rub, but you cannot, absolutely cannot. So anyway, enough of that. We're also using for our piece on Earth, the Shepherd's Care stamp set. I think this is still current. It might be on the last chance list, and I'm sorry, I was going to check that. I don't have it marked that, so it may still be a current thing or online exclusive. And then we're using the stylish shaped dies. We're using this little banner die right here to cut out our greeting on the front. We're also using, for embellishments, we are using the faceted snowflakes, and they come in a beautiful shade of green, which pretty much got used up at my Stamp-A-Stack, but they also have the red and the clear, and we'll be using probably the red. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to use since I used all my green ones. 2 ink pads, Shaded Spruce, Cherry Cobbler, and we are also using the beautiful Delicate Pines Designer Series paper, 12 by 12. You get 6 different designs, 2 sheets of each, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the pattern we're using today that has all the snowflakes on it. I also made some with just the pine boughs. And then on the opposite side, you have some gorgeous subtle pattern snowflake. This looks like a frosty windshield or something to me, and just gorgeous. And this one is very pretty with the pretty peacock. So gorgeous paper. I ordered a couple of sets because we use quite a bit of it for my Stamp-A-Stack. So to get started, we're going to take our packet, and in that packet you have an envelope as always. You will have so I get everything out of here. My goodness, there's a lot. Like I said, there's quite a few pieces for this little project. And I should have taken everything out before I got started, but I didn't do that. So of course you have your envelope. You'll have a Secret C card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And this is not a card design that I normally do, but it's a top fold card, and that's what I chose to make it out of. You'll have a piece of basic white for the inside. This is 3 3/4 by 5. You'll have a piece of Designer Series paper. This is 4 by 5 1/4. You'll have 2 sheets, 2 small pieces of Cherry Cobbler that measures 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and a piece of Shaded Spruce that measures 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I think we're going to get our stamping done. There's a little bit of stamping, but not a ton. We'll start off and get our inside. Well, actually, change my mind there. We'll get all of our snowflakes done. So this is a photopolymer stamp set, and in order for me to get the clearest and nicest, sharpest stamped image, I'm going to use my piercing mat. And we're going to start out with our Shaded Spruce. And that Shaded Spruce, you will ink up with the largest snowflake. And when they're large like this, I put the block down and take my ink pad right to the snowflake. I hope you're all doing well. It's been my weeks of having medical things done. A week ago, I had a leaky vein in my left leg fixed. I'll be having a leaky vein in my right leg fixed on the 16th. I barely made this big enough to get this on here. I guess I should have cut it. I think I made this like 3, and I should have probably made it 3.5. And I don't think I made it long enough either. That's okay. You're going to get the idea. So there's our big one. And then you have one more small one that's shaded spruce. We'll go right up here. That takes care of the shaded spruce, and then we will switch. Oh, actually, I do have a small piece here. I'm going to stamp my piece on earth. Actually, I'll stamp it on this one. Anyway, I had the leg done. It certainly solved the problems I was having with extremely achy and tired legs. Having the right one done in a couple of weeks, and then hopefully I'll be done. Eye surgery is over. I just got follow-ups to do, and hopefully my vision yesterday was so blurry there was no way that I could even try to make a video, but it really did clear up overnight, which I'm extremely thankful for, because I am not a person that can sit around and do nothing. So okay, now we're going to take our cherry cobbler and we're going to stamp our medium-sized snowflake. I guess maybe this piece is going to hold everything. I didn't think it would, but it's going to. Okay, and then we have a teeny tiny one that we're going to stamp right there, and that takes care of the cherry cobbler, but we will be using our shaded spruce for our envelopes and so forth. Let's see, so for the inside we will be using, I think I did green. Let me look and see. Yeah. So I have, excuse me, I have the inside on my stamping position tool, and we will take our 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of basic white. We will take our shaded spruce. And we will put this down. And that's pretty good. I don't think I'm even going to stamp it again. So are y'all ready for the big day tomorrow? It's going to be very unusual for me because I'm always the one that hosts around 20 people. I do a lot of cooking. I love to cook. And this year, because of my eyes, I can't do it. I really can't even go to my daughter's going to have it. And I'll be sending, my husband will be going, but I'm going to be staying home. I'm going to do a couple of dishes for her, but it's very strange. So I'm going to take our little pine bough, and I'm just actually going to stamp it up here in the corner. And where else did I stamp it? I think I did it in the bottom. Let's see how I did the inside on this one. Yeah, I did both. So I ink it up once. And my ink pad's needs to be re-inked. I inked it up once, stamped it full strength, and then moved it over a little bit and stamped it again. And we did the same thing on the envelope, but I apparently grabbed an envelope that had already been stamped, so it's already been done. And I think that's it for the green. And that's it for the stamping, basically. Okay, so now what, you'll take your dies, and again, these are the delicate pine dies, and we're going to use the big snowflake. And as I say, I barely left myself enough room. We're going to use the kind of smaller one. I don't know, not really small. That one goes here, kind of like a spoke wheel, I guess. I don't know how to describe them. And we're going to use this little itty bitty teeny tiny one to do this. And can you even see what I'm doing? Who knows? And then we will use this one to cut out this. And on our other die set, the Stylish Shapes, we will take the long narrow banner and we will put it on the Peace on Earth. And all this, I set it up this way specifically so my people who came to the stamp stack only had to run it through one time through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Worked out pretty well. And that after you get all that done, you end up with all these really cool images. Die cuts. So we have our large snowflake, we have our spooky one, we have our, we have our red, and where's our little tiny red one? Don't tell me I've lost it. Maybe if we're lucky, it's in the envelope. And it is. If I can get it out. Stuck in the corner. Oh my goodness. There it is. And there's that. Okay, so you have 4 total. Perfect. All right, so let's get started laying it out here. So first thing we're going to do, I'm sorry, we have a little bit more stamping to do. You'll notice, I don't know if it'll even show on the camera, but on the green piece here, I just wanted to fill it in a little bit. I thought it looked kind of bare. So I took the pine cone, and I'm going to put up paper under here because I am going to go off a bit. And I just took the pine cone, and I just kind of did some stamping. And like I said, my ink pad really needs to be re-inked. I turned it. I made it go different directions. We did Stampin' Off. We did Full Strength. And then I just kind of filled in wherever. Seemed to me like we had a little bit of a bare spot. And that's really all there was to that. Now we are done stamping. Okay. So here we go. Ready to put it together. So we're going to take our piece of Designer Series paper. And we're going to put our, actually I think I'm going to do this first. We're going to take our green that we just got done stamping, and let me find my Stampin' Seal. And we're going to put this, I just kind of did it, tried to center it as best I could in this cherry cobbler piece, and that looks a little wide to me. And it is. I think I need to trim this down just a wee bit, guys. It's too long. I must not know what I'm doing. Can I blame it on drugs? Let's see, I don't want it to get too narrow. I think we're about right there. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that's better. Okay, so then like I say, I just kind of centered it on here. Made sure it was even at the top and as close to even on the bottom as I could get it. And then we'll take this and we will put it on our, this was some old cherry cobbler from a long time ago that I had stamped a bunch of leaves on, and I stamped way too many, and so I just used up the other side. Nice thing about double-sided paper. And then we're going to put this on our Designer Series paper, and I moved it over probably ½ inch or so. That's totally up to you, however much the paper you want it to show. And I see I've got a little bit hanging over here, so I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm just going to even this up. Okay, there we go. And then we'll take this, put on our adhesive. I am going to try and do a couple of pies this afternoon, just easy cream pies that take no time at all. One of my family's favorites. So I can at least send a little bit. My daughter graciously is hosting, but she does not cook. She has never liked to cook. And so she is really taking on this for me, and I so appreciate it. And hopefully by Christmas I'll be well enough that I can have our Christmas celebration here with the family. My grandson from Oregon is here with his wife, and her parents are coming to have dinner with everybody, so they'll have a good time. I'll miss being there, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, now we're going to put this together. Now, you can, if you wish, pop every one of these snowflakes up with a dimensional. However, I'm being very conscious about how thick I'm making my cards for postage purposes, so I chose not to do that. I am going to just put this down. I'll pop one up, but I'm going to put the majority of them down flat. And I kind of, I don't know, just put them however you want. I kind of rotated this one a little bit. This one, I could have done a little better die cutting job, looks like, but it'll be fine. There's so much going on. Now this one I tried to match up the points on this one. So I used my grid paper, this darker line, and then I just took these and tried to line it up with that line as best I could. Now the little tiny one, that is the one I popped up with a dimensional. And I think I have some larger ones here. I think you can, I don't know, I may have to do a small one. Nope, I think I can get a big one. Just want to be sure that your dimensional's not showing on the front side, and that one is not. Okay, let's see. Here's my pokey tool. Take that off. And where are my tweezers? And this I put right in the middle. Okay, now I took this and I glued it flat. I hope they don't retire this stamp set. I absolutely love this stamp set. Doesn't mean I can't keep it for my personal stash, which I will, but sometimes your personal stash gets too large. And then we're going to, oh, actually, you know what? I should move this. Can I? I think I can. I need to move this up a little bit. I got it down too low. I'll clean the extra glue off after it's dry. Now for the piece on Earth, I am going to take the my dimensionals. And as you can see, I took full advantage of both sides of the paper because that first one was not very straight. And we'll put dimensionals on here, and I'm hoping this doesn't get to be too long of a video. I know I yacked a lot, and I don't normally do that, but. And we will center this. I just centered it on my front as best I could. And let's see, what shall we use? You know what, I have two small green ones that I could use on my, say, my sentiment. I did that. I put one here. These are so pretty. They are a little bit thick, so definitely going to need a piece of cardstock or something in it between this card and the envelope to keep it. And then I think we'll use, we'll put a red one. Or should I put a clear one? Let me look. Maybe I'll do a clear one. I think I've used any of the clear ones. Nope, I'm going to do a red one. It stands out better. And we'll put a red one right there. And guess what? That's it. Well, no, not quite. I guess we do need to put the inside piece in, don't we? So again, we'll take our stamp and seal. And we will put our inside layer in. We will do a little cleaning up. Put things away so you don't see all the junk on my table. Here's the one we just completed. And here's our sample that has the green, and it looks like I lost, oh, I see where it's at. You see I lost one off there, but it's way down here on the, must not have, maybe no, you know what? I think I put it there because I didn't have quite enough room there. On this one, I put them both on here. This one, I put one here and one here, but you can put them wherever that you want because it's your card. So there you go. Thank you again, everybody, for taking time to watch this with me, whether you do it in the evening or during the daytime. May you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving Day with your friends and family, and may God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.